What do you think?
What? Solon's been unmasked?
Yes, my lord. Rooted right out of the monastery.
First Kranya's debacle and now this. What in the world is going on?
I know not, my lord. What are we to do?
Keep our composure for a start. Send word to the kingdom and see that Cleobulus is informed. Tell him to remain prudent. If he must go into hiding, so be it.
At once, my lord.
Yes?
Lord Regent, I have urgent tidings to report.
You may enter.
Forgive the intrusion, my lord, but we just learned the Knights of Seros march on Enbar. Their purpose is unclear, but they will arrive by morning. We've been turning ourselves upside down to make ready.
The Knights of Seros? No. Do you think...
There's only one person who could be behind it. How dare she bare her fangs at us? They may already be within the palace walls. Mobilize the guards and search. If anyone so much as looks at you askance, kill them on the spot.
Yes, my lord.
Her Highness has given the signal, Valdemar.
Already? I had thought they were still negotiating. Things are moving rather quickly.
The situation must have changed. Our children are still at Garrick Mach, after all.
I admire how strong she's become. I just wish we'd had more time to appraise her competence.
Well, if she's caught us with our breeches down, imagine how they feel. I can't wait to see the confused look on those dastards' faces. Oh, I'm going to enjoy every second of this.
As if you'd be content to watch. Once the battle starts, you'll be knee-deep in gore with all the rest. Which means I'll have to make it clear where I stand. We can't afford to tear the Ministry apart by having the pen and sword at odds.
These are your instructions. I imagine they may not come as a surprise to many of you. For some time now, Enbar Palace has been infested with the same darkness you saw in Tomas. They have made a puppet of the Emperor and plot with disloyal subjects to seize control of the Empire. Our objective is to stamp these traitors out, seize the palace, and reclaim the Empire for our own.
You realize it's just us, right, Edie? That sounds kind of impossible. Still, the Empire is having many soldiers. Perhaps you could be changing their minds?
Those who can be won over will be. And the realization they are fighting the Imperial Princess ought to dull the others' blades. We have also secured the cooperation of several nobles inside the palace.
Very impressive, Your Highness. And very you. I suppose all that remains is to head inside and take care of business.
Hang on, sorry. You want to take over the Imperial Palace? You've got to be kidding me.
So here we are, ready to deal a masterstroke to the heart of the mighty Empire. Life with you certainly isn't boring.
We'll infiltrate the palace through the rear gate, then apprehend Lord Arundel and Duke Ire. From there, we'll secure the palace's strategic positions, eliminating all resistance we encounter along the way.
If that is our plan, then time cannot be wasted. You can hear them scrambling in the palace from here. Let's not wait for them to find their bearings. Lead the way, Your Highness. Oh, and make sure to keep her safe, Hubert. You know every square inch of that place, after all.
Just mind you don't fall prey to your own distractions.
These villains have had free run of my house for too long. Today, I take it all back.
It was easy enough slipping in the back. The knight's unexpected visit must have thrown the court into disarray.
In that case, we'd best find and apprehend Duke Ire and Lord Arundel before they grow wise to our scheme.
I will guard
Duke
your back.
Ire should be in the throne room. We'll enter through the back way.
Yes, that way he will never see our coming. But we must hurry.
The guards along the way are in Duke Ire's employ, so deal with them as you must.
Out of the way! Him swapping in! Cha! Cha! Huh!
Surrender, Duke Ire.
What in the... No! Seal the gate now!
Well, this complicates things. We'll have to cut around through the gardens.
Send soldiers to the gardens! I want a sword on every path, myself and those rats!
The man is so desperate he doesn't realize he's already lost. So let us break through and prove it to him.
Anything for Lady Emblem.
Stand your ground!
Aiding? No offense, but what's to stop him from running away?
Oh, I already solved that particular problem.
Assistance, please.
Are you ready?
Yes, I will be joining you. Be praying now.
The time has come, ministers. Show the Duke your true allegiance lies with the Empire.
Apologies, Ludwig, but if you want to leave, it'll have to be through me.
And if you want back in, you must go through me. Although I must seem like nothing in comparison to that bear at the front gates.
You would turn on me now? Preposterous.
Wait, so those are the nobles you won over? Where'd you find the time to orchestrate that?
Now that we have Duke Ire pinned down, Let us clip his wings for good.
No! You're still outnumbered, and this isn't done until I say it is.
It's finished, Prime Minister. Lay down your arms and surrender peacefully.
Use the fire orbs! I don't care if you bring the palace down around us. Just do it!
They're shooting at us! We should probably do something about that.
No surrender! The ambitions of Ludwig von Eyre won't be broken by the likes of you! How dare you! No surrender! How dare you! How can this be? I have riches, power. I am as great as a man can be.
I have this.
Well done, everyone. That just leaves Lord Arundel.
Yes, but he is the one we need to worry about. Keep moving and remain alert.
Duke Ivan's been captured already. The wretch didn't even have the grace to buy me some time.
I feel no mercy.
Well, I've little interest in saving Bergen. So it's time for me to deploy my wild card.
Dark magic. Find the casters and strike them down so we might dispel this sorcery.
Come, Voldemort. You and I can split up and sweep the palace.
A fine idea, Leopold. Let us make clear to these fell warlocks that they are most unwelcome in this place.
I'm afraid to consider how we'd stand without those two on our side.
There! That should stop those fire orbs from, well, firing. Thank you. With me, please. I'm with you. Wide open.
It's not over.
Thank you.
Watch this! Keep it up. We must eliminate the mages.
These are definitely the same people who kidnapped me. We are fighting on the side of unworthies. I'm swapping in!
You people are all magic and no muscle. I'll snap you like twigs.
You know, it may benefit us to learn more about this dark magic.
The barrier should dissipate now.
That still didn't stop them. It seems they came prepared for any eventuality.
Quickly now! We need to reach Lord Arundel before he slips through our fingers.
Any who sided with Duke Ire or Lord Arundel and oppressed Her Highness will receive no quarter from us.
Hubert, you finally said something I like. Now let's go stamp them out.
Wretched vermin.
Not a problem.
You are. No.
Sorry, what?
Give me your help.
Are you ready?
Yes, I will be joining you. Be praying now.
No. I have to act. I know when I am bested.
Not happening!
We are the darkness itself, and the darkness cannot be slain.
He escaped.
Cowardly of him. But we can take comfort in our victory either way.
Yeah, I guess.
Now what?
Huh? Are you kidding me? When mercs celebrate a win, we slap our open palms together like that. A commendable victory, Lady Edelgard.
Thank you, Hubert. Still, I don't much like how those rats managed to keep skittering away.
I imagine that guy's pretty close with Kranya and Tomas, since he shapeshifted and all. Yes. They're all part of a clandestine organization attempting to conquer Fodlan from the shadows. Those who slither in the dark. Huh. Never heard of him.
So, what is the plan now, Your Highness?
We make ready for my coronation. Hubert, gather everyone in the throne room.
At once, Your Highness.
Oh, this is wonderful! Your Highness is going to become Your Majesty!
Yes, but first I must speak with the Minister of Domestic Affairs, as well as the other counts. Also, I need you to go to the Knights of Seros. I wasn't expecting all of you this soon. What are you doing here?
We demand an explanation. You arrested my father, Edelgard. How could you do such a thing without discussing it with me first?
I'm probably not getting the finer points here. But you basically defeated both my father and Ferdinand's. Is that right?
I wasn't fighting your father, Caspar. He was aiding me, as was Count Hevering.
So, what about my father? Did you arrest him?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, okay.
Look, I'm sure you have your reasons for all of this. But maybe you should sit down and talk us all through it.
And I intend to. We'll reconvene later and clear everything up then. Monica, join me. We'll talk as we go.
And you say I have 2 years to complete these preparations.
In cooperation with Count Hevering, of course. You and Hubert can finalize the details later. As I won't be choosing a prime minister for some time, I realize this may result in extra work for you. However, that also means more latitude to do things as you see fit, so long as you ensure we're prepared for a 5-year war.
I will not rest until I discover a solution, Your Highness. So long as our military leaders don't tread on my toes, I shouldn't have too much difficulty.
For something this big, you better believe we'll have plenty of need for resources. Leave it to a narrow-minded quill carrier like you to call that treading on your toes.
In Her Majesty's name, I will decide what is and isn't appropriate regarding your needs. Also, anyone would seem narrow-minded when compared to a swollen-headed juggernaut such as yourself.
A juggernaut, huh? Yeah, I like the sound of that.
I see someone allowed his sarcasm lessons to lapse.
Moving on. Lord Arundel's followers will doubtless attempt to interfere, so we'll need to keep a close eye on them. Once Count Varley joins us, we can discuss the matter I mentioned further.
It seems he's just arrived, Your Majesty.
Apologies for my tardiness. Gregoire von Varley at the court service. My, but attendance seems light. Where is the Lord Regent and the rest of our noble six?
Duke Eyre stands accused of treason and has been dismissed as Prime Minister. He currently awaits judgment in one of our finer dungeons. Lord Arundel is a fugitive from the same crime and will be taken in soon. Dead or alive. It makes no difference.
Well, this is a rather shocking turn of events. I had no idea Ludwig was capable of such things. Still, rest assured that I am nothing like him.
Indeed. And as for the others, Duke Gert was dispatched to Western Fodland to conduct negotiations. And my father, the late Marquis Vestra, perished in the struggle to capture Duke Eyre. Which makes me the new Marquis Vestra, and Minister of the Imperial Household.
Ah!
You've nothing to fear, Count Varley. Her Majesty intends to bestow a great honor upon you.
Majesty? Wait, you mean...
The title hasn't been formalized just yet, but as it stands, you should view it as a foregone conclusion. More importantly, Count Varley, there is a very important position I wish for you to fill. I intend to rebuild the Southern Church, and who better to be the bishop than you, our Minister of Religious Affairs? I will make my case to the Archbishop personally.
Thankfully, Lord Arundel and his men are no longer around to obstruct such a move.
You would bestow such a position on me? Make no mistake, it is a great honor, but are you certain?
Very. Now then, your first duty in the role will be to oversee my coronation. Do not fail me, Bishop. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Are you enjoying your stay at the palace?
More than I expected, though I do feel a bit out of place here.
Understandable. Everyone here either is a noble themselves or serves one. However, that will change. As Emperor, I plan to end discrimination based on social status. Everyone will have a chance to rise to the top, whether they are born into the aristocracy or not.
No more nobles or commoners, huh? That does sound pretty great. I'll be impressed if you can actually pull it off.
Oh, I will. But at the moment, I have a proposition for you.
Go on.
We've successfully expunged the Prime Minister and the rest of that puppet government. But a certain amount of unrest is unavoidable, which means I must remain here in the capital. In other words, I can't go back to Garrick Mach and continue my studies.
What about the others?
Our noble families will be in disarray as we transition to my system and new heads of household take power. Of course, some, like Dorothea, are not as affected as the other students. But all of them have offered to stay and help rather than return to the monastery without us. If you'd be willing to do the same, I'd like to offer you a top post in my new military.
Now there's a tantalizing offer. It's not like you have any real obligation to the church. Plus, it sounds like quite the thrill.
I'm more of a hired sword than an officer.
Which is why you're perfect. Hubert wants to recruit mercenaries such as yourself and form a new unit. I can't put some noble in command of them. That would be ill-advised. But they would listen to a capable fighter such as you. You're Hubert's first and only choice.
I don't know if I really have the experience for it. But if you have that much faith in me, I won't let you down.
Having deposed Lord Arundel and Duke Eyre, Edelgard quickly arranges for her coronation, her eyes now fixed firmly on the monumental task laid out before her. All the while, the kingdom of Fargus is thrown into unrest over the right of succession, while the Leicester Alliance finds themselves pitted against an invading Almiran horde. Realizing the troubles of Fodlan will fall squarely on her young students' shoulders, Archbishop Rhea closes the Officers' Academy and permits her charges to return home. Scarlet Blaze. The struggle commences. It is the end of 1181. 2 years have passed since the Officers' Academy closed its doors. Having ascended the throne of Adrestia, Edelgard has begun to enact sweeping change. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus now calls Dimitri its king, while Claude reigns over the Leicester Alliance. all three house leaders have found their wings as rulers of a new generation. With the whole of Fodlan still reeling from these rapid changes, Edelgard decides the time has come to usher in a new era.
People of Fodlan, the Empire will stand by no longer. Together, we rise against a church that has become steeped in deception and corruption. The church has used their doctrine to deny you power and reshape Fodlan as they see fit. They thrust upon you the illusion of nobility in order to oppress who they choose, and they helped create the Kingdom and Alliance as a pretext for war. Finally, they teased you with the promise of salvation from pain they themselves inflicted, and did so in the name of their own profit. Well, I say no more. The Empire has severed herself from their hypocrisy by restoring the Southern Church and nurturing her people's well-being. And today, we purge the world of their evil forever. We will retake Garreg Mach from the Central Church and stamp out any nobles who abet its depravity. By my title as Emperor Edelgard von Hresvelg of Adrestia, I hereby declare war against the false Church of Seros.
The past 2 years have flown by in but the blink of an eye.
And while they felt short, they were certainly eventful. The Empire has come far since we removed Arundel from power. We reformed the government, remedied our diplomatic troubles, and bolstered our military.
And most significantly, we gave strength to the Southern Church, creating the perfect wedge against the Church of Seros. A shame our bishop has become the target of relentless censure as a result. Why, the Central Church even targeted him for assassination. Poor Count Varley. It could not have happened to a finer man.
And then there's the matter of Lord Arundel. What are he and his minions up to now?
Slithering in the shadows of Fodlan, much as they have done for centuries. It will not be easy to drag such adept skulkers into the light.
Perhaps not. Then for now, let's remain focused on the formidable adversary ahead.
Did you call us here, Edelgard? It's good to see so many familiar faces.
I did, and thank you for coming. This may be the first time I've seen all of you in the same room since the Officers' Academy closed.
Likely, yes. We have all been rather busy marching down the separate paths life laid out for us.
Or most of us have, anyway. Others, such as myself, managed to eschew work in favor of a more leisurely existence.
Hey! I was working hard at staying in my room, but still... Father's been dreadfully busy, so he's never home. Which has been pretty nice, actually.
I was returning home to Bridget. I finished my task, and now I have been returned here.
Well enough. Now, as you know, the Empire will launch its attack on Garreg Mach in the coming days. Emperor Edelgard will lead the invasion personally, and wishes for those present to form the backbone of her army.
And as it has been some time since Adrestia had an army under the direct command of the Emperor, I fear we currently lack for officers. I trust each of you, and can think of no candidates better suited for the job. Will you do this for me?
So you've got other plans for my father's army, I take it? Well then count me in. I'm ready to go whenever.
I would have been happy with a life serving you here in the capital. But if war is coming, I want to see it through myself. I'll go wherever you go, Your Majesty.
I'm always ready. Plus, it's good to know I haven't been training this hard for nothing.
I've high hopes for you, and trust you will prove the wisdom of my decision.
Just you wait. I'm gonna hurdle clean over those high hopes and show you what I can really do. Be certain to save some of your hopes for me, because I most assuredly have what it takes to succeed. And with that, new Empire Army, move out!
Ferdinand, kindly leave the commanding and naming to me.
That reminds me.
How tiresome.
Do you have a moment? What do you think? You see? If you would.
Time to work you into shit. Can't wait to see how you do.
Welcome. Come back soon.
I carry a little. Hope to see you again soon. Which battlefield are you headed to?
Stay safe. A life is the only thing we can't replace.
Do you want me to lay an ambush?
You must be more careful. There's nothing we can do for you once you're dead.
It's not over.
Away!
I'll not falter. Just wait.
This place is becoming ours.
No, not yet. I can still fight. Retreat!
I have this.
Watch this! A taste more bitter than blackest coffee.
Move out!
Do lend a hand, would you?
Time to make a name for ourselves.
I have this.
I can't say I like how this is unfolding.
I'm swapping in.
Is that all we've got?
Can't hold everyone back over this.
I shall grant you the privilege of my aid.
My turn?
Watch this!
I'm ready.
I'm all right.
I won't lose.
Can I face my comrades after this? You like that?
The stronghold is under our control. No distractions.
Let's do this!
You've got one tough fight on your hands. Yeah, right!
Thank you for your protection, Flame Spirit.
The Imperial Army has invaded Burgundy, and will reach Garreg Mach within the month. With no way to stop their advance, we must ready ourselves for a siege.
We sent the bulk of the knights away last month, after the Western Church occupied one of our sacred sites. The forces that remain are thin at best. How are we to hold the monastery with such short-handed numbers?
It is possible the Empire orchestrated that entire incident to bleed off our strength. Look at how thoroughly information about it was buried, and how quickly the Empire invaded after declaring war. It all feels carefully calculated.
I would not put it past them. If they bring war to our doorstep, they will want us on the worst footing possible. If the tides turn against us, we may have to abandon Garreg Mach.
Never!
Edelgard is already using the Southern Church to erode our legitimacy. And now she has the gall to try and remove us by force? There can be no mercy for tyrants. So help me, I would like to put her entire army to the sword myself.
Is it truly too late to prevent bloodshed, Lady Rhea? Edelgard must have her reasons for doing this.
If so, they elude me. The woman seems to consider our church's very existence an abomination. Yet she has gone to the trouble of reviving the Southern Church, which implies she does not mean to destroy the faith outright. Perhaps Garreg Mach is the true prize she seeks. Or worse, this entire invasion could merely be a precursor to conquering all of Fodlan.
Her purpose matters not. Our charge is to defend the monastery at all costs. I took an oath. I swore I would never again suffer the boots of thieves to sully this land.
Rhea.
It is a low form of comedy we find ourselves engaged in this day. To think the descendants of their empire will be the first to invade Garreg Mach.
All the more reason to prevent it. I care not if we shared blood countless generations ago. I will not permit anyone to defile Mother's resting place.
Okay.
Do you have a moment?
Would you do something for me?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
You are always one step ahead of me, but today is my time to shine.
Go easy on yourself, Ferdinand. You've nothing more to prove to me.
Just look at what we accomplished together. Let there be no question the Empire will flourish.
I hope so, although I'm not certain how much one has to do with the other.
Yay!
Oh! What?
Solid, solid.
This is my favorite.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to enjoy every bite.
Impressive! By the way,
I appreciate this. I appreciate this. Victory awaits. Now show me your courage.
Yeah, we can win this.
I have you. I have this.
It's not over. A blind hit. I'm all right. I won't lose. I'm all right.
Thank you. That wasn't terribly difficult.
Yeah, right.
Can you help me?
You got it. Still in the fight. Can't fight like this. I'm bleeding all over the place.
You know what they say about playing with fire.
We cannot allow the battle to continue trending this way.
We've got an emergency. Send backup. Don't lose. Stand your ground. Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
You really want to see what happens when I take things seriously, don't you?
I'll cover you. How can I face my comrades after this? Sorry, but I gotta fall back. Are you ready?
We shall drive them back. This is the end.
A taste more bitter than black as coffee.
Stay out of my way. Let us approach this Republic. It's no use. We can't gain any ground. Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
This may surprise you, but I have quite a lot of experience. A feat of much impressiveness.
I will not stand for this. It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
We shall provide support. No need to fret.
It is pointless to resist.
We'll make good use of this.
Take a breather.
You have my support.
I'm swapping in.
Take a breather.
Our fight is for a cause of nobleness.
Might I borrow you? Well, well. Don't let me down.
I beg your pardon.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities. Let me know if I may be of further service.
Feels like an eternity since I've seen the walls of Garreg Mach.
Who knew we'd leave as students and return at the head of the Imperial Army?
Lady Rhea must be so angry at us. Oh, why did I agree to come along?
We'll be lucky if angry is as far as her feelings go on the subject. I imagine she's apoplectic.
I don't know that word, but it has way too many syllables not to be scary.
The Knights of Seros will likely fight tooth and nail to stop us.
Well, we've got teeth and we've got nails, so I don't care who we're facing. I'll brush them all aside.
Worry not. While they may have a monastery to hole up in, we possess the superior numbers. Garreg Mach is well fortified, but not impregnable.
We're gonna smash the place to rubble.
While I appreciate the enthusiasm, we need to keep it in one piece. The Empire has use for the monastery once we're done here. Understood?
Right. Sorry.
The soldiers are ready, Your Majesty. We can begin the attack at once.
The scouting is also finished. We know with certainty where the enemy will be taking its positioning. We are owing this to Monica and her perfect memory. She has incredible knowledge of this place.
As usual, Monica, your talents are invaluable.
I really didn't do much, Your Majesty. That is, it was truly an honor to assist you. Not to say I've finished helping you, of course. In fact, I am always at the ready.
Don't ever change, Monica. And finally, who do we have here?
This is my little sister, Fleisch. I was given approval to make her my attendant.
Fleisch von Bergley's at your service, Your Majesty. My brother and I are, in your hands.
Ah, so you're Caspar's famous aunt who's actually younger than he is.
Yes, Your Majesty. The very same.
Fleisch is too green for battle, but she'll be providing support from behind the front lines.
You can rely on me.
I realize saying this might make the situation worse, but there's no need to be so nervous. If you act to the best of your abilities, all will be well. Now then, everyone, the time has come. The time to take Garrigmach and reclaim Fodlan.
Jumping straight into the maw of our enemies, eh? Ooh, how exciting! Is this where I should talk about my heart racing?
Huh? Since when do we talk about your feelings? That's new.
Do not throw away your lives, friends. Be not reckless as you attend to our defense.
A defensive position within the monastery walls? This is my standard tactic. We must dispatch them at once.
Then the brute force approach it is. Garrigmach must fall. We'll start on the lower level and work our way up, taking control of the walls. Split into groups and take those strongholds.
The enemy is desperate, and will most likely dispatch troops to recapture any strongholds we seize. Be on your guard to this tactic. Take this! It's not over. You got my back?
Oh, very
Why'd they drag me into this? Not fair.
I'm losing. That's really bad.
Let us go. Let's link up. Watch my back. We'll do it together! I've got you now!
No way!
Take this!
And now I die like a knight. Just great.
No matter matter who they are. All who choose the wrong side in war must be cut down.
Assistance, please. I can help.
It's not over.
I have this. I'm swapping. I'm ready. Is it my turn?
To think I would be serving the church and fighting my own homeland? Is this the goddess testing me?
Constance, why are you of all people cooperating with the church?
All I can say is I was unlucky enough to be nearby when the church had need of fighters. I beg your forgiveness, Your Majesty. So ends my brief and meaningless existence.
Is this what you want? To die here in shame? This doesn't have to be your end, Constance. Join us. Fight with the Empire.
As you wish, Your Majesty. I do not deserve to throw my feeble existence away in such a manner.
The right flank has broken the enemy line.
The left is through as well, Your Majesty.
Excellent job, both of you. But there is still much work to be done.
I will not sit idly by and allow Garrett Mott to be placed in further danger.
The enemy is unleashing powerful magic. We can't hold out for long.
I'm all right.
The enemy is after the strongholds we captured. They'll be retaken if we don't defend them quickly.
Some parts of the monastery walls appear weak. An armored unit could likely smash through and provide another way in.
This. Not yet.
Just in case.
We need to intercept those reinforcements.
Those are the Knights of Saros. We were never going to stop them that easily.
Time to show how strong you've become.
I am having energy. Be praying now.
Church soldiers incoming. Don't worry, we'll handle them.
An ambush from above. They are having the advantage, but we can turn it around.
Thanks for the rescue. We owe you.
It is not a problem. We have preparedness for these things.
I have to defend the monastery, whatever it takes.
The enemy shows no sign of stopping. And if we don't keep an eye on our strongholds, we'll be sure to lose them.
The enemy has retaken a stronghold. We must keep a closer eye on such things.
Watch this! Keep going. We're making progress.
I care not for your reasoning. There can be no excuse for war. I must do everything in my power to stop this.
Retreat while you still can, Flame. I beg you.
Very well.
Take a breather.
Stay safe, my brother. Phew! I thought that scary magic would never let up.
Very well.
Take
given up?
I won't lose. I'm all right.
I have this. I'll take over. There, we've created a new path. Now we can reach the strongholds with greater ease.
Not yet. I got this.
We'll soon control the walls.
We are losing ground. Dig in, all of you! We must hold out, no matter what!
Best take care. You've already lost. I will end you.
No! I won't leave my family behind!
Take a breather.
All right, we have the ground surrounded. Now we just need to fight our way up to the monastery proper.
We'll do it together! I've got you now!
We can retreat no further! You Empire soldiers will rue the day you took up arms against Garrick Mach!
I think we've handled the situation.
Hey, I actually held my own. I'm so good.
I will not ask you your reasons. Not anymore. But I will see your evil punished!
Let us go.
I never imagined.
struggled so.
I defy you. Very well.
Forgive me, Rhea. I can fight no longer. The rest is up to you.
Worry not, Seteth. Nor you, Flame. You both did well to hold them back this long. Now come forth, all of you. Protect Garreg Mach from those despicable rebels.
So Lady Rhea has decided to show herself at last. Stout hearts, everyone. Victory can only be ours if we strike her down.
I think not. I'll fight for Lady Rhea until the end.
Ready the heavy weaponry. We can no longer afford the luxury of worrying about collateral damage to the town.
We'll be in serious trouble if they target Her Majesty. We have to take control of those weapons right now.
I have to protect her.
Is it my turn?
I'm okay. I'm sorry, Lady Rhea. I can't fight anymore.
Your efforts will not be in vain, Cyril. I will send these sinners to meet the goddess.
I'm ready.
Watch this!
Explain yourself. Why do you betray the teachings of the goddess and seek to shatter Fodlan's fragile peace?
Seeing as I have no idea what you speak of, this is going to be a short discussion. Now either stand aside or face me.
That's what you get for trying to target Her Majesty like a pack of cowards!
What do you stand to gain for involving yourself in this?
It's not a mystery. I'm a merc, and she's got the coin to pay me.
Permit you to desecrate Garreg Mach for 1 minute further. Foolishness!
turn? I shall never back down!
Let's wake up! Watch my back!
We'll do it together! I've got you now!
This land is precious to me, and I will not permit you to have it.
Let us go.
Let's do it!
Take this! I yield you the monastery for now, Edelgard. But know this, there will be no forgiveness for your blasphemous actions this day.
No, I don't expect there will be. Take heart, everyone! Garreg Mach has fallen, and victory is ours!
Lady Rhea, are you hurt?
Ah, Catherine, you came.
Not soon enough. Garreg Mach is done for.
It is all right. For now, we must retreat. This path is unknown to the Empire. It will take us out to Aelel, the Valley of Torment. From there, we make for Fargus to seek aid.
The Empire attacked from the east, which means at least some of the Alliance's lords must have aligned with them. But those of the Kingdom are devout. We can trust them. I have already sent a messenger ahead requesting reinforcements, and, should the need arise, asylum.
In that case, I'll talk to my parents and ask for their assistance as well. Regardless, we should hurry. We can't let the Empire get ahead of us and send troops onto Kingdom soil. Now, follow me, if you would.
Thank you, Catherine. Let Edelgard have Garreg Mach for now. Let her enjoy this fleeting moment of glee. Because when we return here, Edelgard von Hresvelg will suffer a death beyond her greatest imagining.
Garreg Mach, you remain ever as resplendent as the day I left you.
The place cannot be so dear to your heart that it requires inferior poetry for an introduction.
Inferior? I will have you know that line comes from one of my favorite operas. However, I concede I may have gotten carried away, what with my head still swimming from battle.
Hey, I know exactly what you mean. Something about Garreg Mach is just special. And our victory here is gonna have a huge impact on the war, right?
Yes, this should be enough to lure some of the more indecisive nobles into our camp. I only wish I could vanquish the guilt I feel for turning on the church like this. Still, it was my decision to fight by 80's side, and I stand by it to the end.
I see. In that case, proceed as planned. Deploy the pursuit units immediately.
At once, Your Majesty.
So, Rhea and the others escaped with the help of a great white beast, did they?
Almost as if the Immaculate One that saved St. Seros has returned from the mists of legend. Although, it's a bit unnerving the way it sprung out of nowhere.
I knew we shouldn't have messed with Lady Rhea. She can be so scary. I'm just going to go back to my room and stay there until forever, okay? Okay.
Do as you like, Bernadetta, but realize your father will be arriving in Garreg Mach soon. This is the seat of the Church of Seros, and as bishop, his place is here.
Really? In that case, I think I'll just forget about the monastery and go with you.
Good. Just be aware we may be marching for the kingdom next.
The kingdom? I possess no love for the cold, but I will try to grin as I am bearing it. Point at the path to your foes, and I will be hunting them to their final breath.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Petra. Whether we capture or kill will depend on the foe. Now then, enough wasting time. We need to find Rhea, and we need her alive.
"2 years ago, I never would have imagined we'd be fighting a war like this.
You say fighting, but I think you mean instigating. Let's be fully clear about our role in all of this. Still, this is a positive turn of events for you, yes?
How do you mean?
When a war breaks out, every mercenary in the land starts crawling out of the woodwork. And those associates you happen to be working with should be tough enough to take on you-know-who.
Gerald's mercenaries. Yeah, good point.
And then you can give them their just desserts or die trying.
Could have done without that last part, thanks.
Relax, relax. You know I'm on your side. Our destinies are forever intertwined.
Listen up, boy. You're not going to believe this.
Judith, do you think you could ease up on the whole boy thing? I'm your fearless leader now, remember? But sure, tell me what happened.
You might want to take a seat for this. Garrigmach Monastery has fallen. Not even the great knights of Seros could stop the invaders' overwhelming numbers.
Wait, what? That's not possible. They should still be days away from the monastery. How did they manage to deliver an army of that size to the gates of Garrigmach so quickly? Unless... this can't be happening. Did Count Gloucester turn? And Acheron too?
I'm afraid both houses fly Imperial colors now. House Phlegethon yielded the north side of the Great Bridge of Myrden, and Gloucester waved them right on through.
Those filthy liars! When I warned them the Empire was raising an army, they couldn't stop puffing their chests and crowing about how they'd hold the border. But it looks like the Empire had already gotten to them. This is all my fault for not keeping my ear to the ground.
I'm afraid that wouldn't have helped, fearless leader. All the dirty dealings were handled via letter.
But now I've lost the initiative, and against Edelgard no less. She can come at the Alliance with gloves off now. This is a real problem. What is it?
Sir, we have an unexpected guest. It's, Lord Holst of House Goneril.
Holst? What's the strongest man in Leicester doing at my door? Besides thinking about battering it down, I mean.
You can ask him yourself, sir. He is present.
Apologies for dropping by without warning, my lord. I just happened to be near Deirdre when word reached me about Garrigmach.
I didn't realize you were in our neck of the woods, Holst, but please, come make yourself at home. As fate would have it, I was just pulling my hair out over the exact same problem. Can you believe that Count Gloucester? He turned on us like it was nothing. If I don't handle this situation with the Empire delicately, it will fracture the Alliance. If you have any sage advice, now would be a great time for it. Or muscle. I'll take muscle if that's what I can get.
I came here to help however I can. We must work together to keep Leicester safe, and more importantly, free.
Garreg Mach has fallen to the Empire, Your Majesty.
I did not expect it would last long. Is Lady Rhea safe?
Yes. She escaped, and is on her way here with a small force.
I see.
This won't be like granting asylum to your standard refugee. If we take the Archbishop in, it will be tantamount to declaring war on the very Empire. Is that a risk you're willing to accept, Your Majesty?
It is. We have already thoroughly discussed the matter with the Kingdom's lords. Even if I refrain from deciding publicly one way or the other, the Empire will still insist that we hand Lady Rhea over. The Kingdom's people and government are too frail to stand without the Holy Church's support. I agree with her ultimate goal, but such a situation calls for gradual reform over time. The Emperor's desire to tear it up rapidly will not do.
Then it is a good thing we've prepared for such contingencies. I will start by sending a party to ALL to welcome our new guests.
Thank you. I would go myself if I could, but I'm needed here to prepare for the war. For now, send messengers to Counts Galatea and Karen, imploring them to muster troops for our defense. Oh, and send for House Fraldarius as well. Let's make sure our new Duke earns his title.
Grave news, Your Majesty.
What is it now?
Count Ro has declared fealty to the Empire and is marshaling his troops as we speak. Also, one of his bannermen, Lord Lenato, is moving to hunt down and slay the Archbishop.
We have long held our suspicions about House Ro, but I never expected their actions to plunge us into war.
And after all the discussions we've had to prevent exactly this, he must believe his reason is just.
Very well, then. Our plans have changed. I will go and meet with Lady Rhea personally, and House Fraldarius will serve as my guard. Inform Galatea and Karen. They are to gather their troops in Erebus and Geraint lands.
Lord Lenato was once a faithful servant to the crown. Will you now see him executed?
I have no mercy for traitors, no matter their pasts. On the contrary, I have an obligation to protect the kingdom from his kind. We've struggled long to attain this peace. I will not permit the Empire to crush it beneath their foot now.
Scarlet Blaze. Skirmish in the fog. The Empire captures Garreg Mach, and when the lords of Fargus and Leicester declare their allegiances to the Central Church, they incur Edelgard's ire. She sends one army to the Alliance under the command of her war minister, Count Berglies, and leads a second herself to the kingdom's Castle Gaspar, the bastion of Northern Ro.
Lady Edelgard, we have received an urgent message from Count Ro. Apparently, he has taken up arms against the kingdom.
What is he thinking? He was supposed to join his troops with ours so we could use our combined strength to strong-arm more of their neighbors into declaring fealty for us. What use is a plan if the man won't follow it?
It also seems that Lord Lenato, one of Ro's castled bannermen, has gone so far as to mount a one-man crusade against the Archbishop. He has long held deep enmity for Lady Rhea, and likely leapt into action at news of Garreg Mach's fall. I should have suspected he would lack self-control when it came to his vengeance. Naturally, the kingdom mobilized troops in response, and now move to strike Lenato down as we speak.
So where does this put us? Can we get reinforcements to him in time?
You want to save the man, Your Majesty? If I may, we would march all that way for what, exactly?
Imagine the consequences of leaving him to die. We need our vassals to believe the Empire will always come to their aid. Always.
Of course, Your Majesty. I will make the arrangements straight away. The region northeast of Castle Gaspar is shrouded in deep fog this time of year. That likely accounts for why they are currently only engaging in minor skirmishes. Which means we still have time to intervene.
Good. Now make our plans known to the others. I'm counting on you, Hubert.
At once, Your Majesty.
All of this makes me even more concerned about the situation in Leicester. Nothing has impeded Minister Bergley's march east, has it?
It has not. In fact, Count Gloucester has given him leave to garrison our troops there. I hear he has begun turning the screws on House Ordelia, and any other lords who have yet to make their allegiances clear. On the other hand, the Alliance's more powerful houses have united in their condemnation of Count Gloucester's actions. The Minister may soon face a battle with Houses Regan and Goneril, if not others.
I can't picture a battle the Minister wouldn't win most handily. Still, the Alliance's new leader, Claude, is an unknown quantity. We can't risk underestimating his skill.
Quite right. One can never be too cautious.
Do you have a moment?